Hello. Welcome everyone to another episode of the Role Playing Guys. This is Spencer hopping in here for another quick intro. As you know, this is the 5th episode in our Season 8 and our exploration of the game of Deadlands. In this episode, the fight finally comes to an end, and definitely in a less than ideal way. If you have listened to the previous episodes, you can probably guess how this happens, but I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, as a reminder, we love getting game suggestions from our listeners, and we love getting games from indie game developers. If you have a game that you have made or you want to hear a specific TTRPG in a podcast, please let us know. We'll put it in our ever-growing list of games to test. If you are looking to support indie game developers, we have some recommendations of games that we have already played. We encourage you to check out The Flying Circus, A Cool Now, The Courage Power Outage, Suited, and Elfenfolk. We have posted episodes of us playing these games, and you can find those episodes and figure out if any of these games strike your fancy. You can purchase these games on DriveThruRPG or itch.io. As we continue our journey to review and discuss more games, we invite you to tell others you know about the show and rate, subscribe to it. If you have already convinced somebody to check out the show, please let us know. We'd love to hear more stories of you telling your friends about the show. Thank you so much to our patrons over the Patreon, Bradfield, Steven, and Sir Guy. You are the vacation to our work. Without you, we'd be punching the clock with no end in sight. Additionally, please continue to listen to the experts regarding the global pandemic of COVID-19. It is a serious virus that is still infecting a ton of people. And it seems that when we finally get some good news of vaccine authorizations in all these different countries, we also get the bad news of a new variant of the virus. However, if we continue to listen to the CDC and WHO, we can help reduce the spread by wearing a face mask, washing our hands, not touching our faces, and social distancing. With these easy steps, we can literally save lives. That's all I have. Let's get to the episode.
Oh, I have plans. Don't worry. If you die, I've got plans.
Oh no!
Welcome everyone to another amazing episode of the Role Playing Guys for our Deadlands season.
Episode 5!
Yes, episode 5. Rebecca, I'm the marshal. I'm running this game. Hopefully not failing too badly. And then we have...
Now you're doing great.
I'm Nick. I play the character of Aaron Cox.
And... Tyler.
I'm playing Doc Thornton. I kind of forgot my name because we haven't played in a while, so I had to look at my
person.
I had to look at my paper. So my person is Doc.
And Spencer.
Drewseph bed, and I am trying to fiddle with my mechanical pencil because it sounds like I have an extra piece of lead in here, but I actually
I like
don't.
the little movement you're doing
So,
to do that too. It's like
yeah, I mean, how else do you fiddle
like
with
this.
a mechanical pencil? You tell me.
you shake it like this and you make it all
Alright,
wiggly
then
wobbly.
if Nick wants to give us our summary.
Basically the fight continued. We had begun fighting with we've been giving these werewolf chupacabra type creatures familial titles like mother, father, and children, I guess. We believe the father of the pack had arrived, and we were basically fighting against him or it or whatever. It hasn't been going over very well. A fair amount of wounds have been sustained, and Drewseph is leaving, just ditching. I think the doc is. I don't think the doc is dead, or is he almost dead?
No, not yet. I'm trying to lead the monster into the cave to let you guys have a little more time to bounce.
Okay. I think that was pretty much it. We did spend a fair amount of time getting more and more used to, getting more in the groove of fighting and everything, and we've talked about ways that we can make fighting more interesting and engaging and stuff.
I think by the end we're experts.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's all I can think of unless anyone else wants to add something.
Kind of the gist of it. I think Aaron was starting to leave because he was hurt pretty bad. I tried to lure the monster in, and that's kind of it. That's all we got. We blasted it a lot. We shot it with magic. All that goodies. All the goodies.
I think we're at the top of the round, right?
Should be, yes.
I'm pretty sure.
So we starting off with that sweet quickness.
Yep.
Yeah, so beginning of the round, quickness check.
Rebecca, it feels to me that Drewseph is out of combat, out of initiative. Do you want me to keep rolling?
No, you're good.
It seems like just you know what I'm going to be doing for...
You're booking it. You're good.
Freaking coward.
Plus, it's also worth remembering that each round is actually only worth 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So one
Okay, so I succeeded.
Or each action.
Guys,
not
guess
each
who got a
round.
15 on his quickness roll? Woo woo.
Drawn 2 cards because I succeeded. Ooh, oh no.
I also got a 15.
I drew a, wait, is that a, no, that's a black jack, not a black joker. I was freaking out for a second.
Everybody was freaking out
freaking out.
Hours at that point. It felt like hours.
I was worried. I was quite worried.
We're shaking in my boots.
There's a snake in my boots.
Oh no, not snakes.
All right.
Can you be allergic to snakes?
Probably. I think so.
So
Just about everyone's allergic to the venom.
Everyone's allergic.
15 would get 4 cards, right?
Yes. You get 1 for succeed or 1 for being in there. So that's like the participation trophy. You get 1 for succeeding, and then 1 for every 5 above 5. So 10, 15 would give you another 2.
Okay.
Precisely the mathematics.
I agree with the math.
Oh, thanks, dude.
Alrighty. So
This will go eat some breakfast.
start with ace, king.
I got a king of diamonds.
Okay.
I
Go
activated
for
my
it.
trap card. All right. Honestly, I'm not good at shooting, so I'm going to just keep doing magic because I feel like
Surely this thing is almost done.
I don't think so.
Aaron has put so many shots into this thing.
Yeah, but you've hit every single part of its body except for the same place twice.
It's true too. If you could get a headshot on it, that'd be good.
Oh gosh,
All right,
please.
here we go. Let's see what we got here.
Ty, you're using magic and not continuing to run into the cave?
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot. Yes. Thank you for reminding me. I should have done that. I am going to run into the cave to get deeper in. I would like to find maybe a spot where it's like small enough that I can fit into it, but maybe he can't potentially, but I doubt I can. So I'm going to move further in.
What are we playing? Elfin folk?
Yes.
Come
I'm going
on.
to shrink into my elf form, which is a magic ability I have. And then
Right.
I'll use my full-size magic to destroy it.
Right.
So I guess while I'll run, can I run and shoot magic blast at it?
I mean, you have movement, don't you?
Yeah, we should have movement, so I should be able to run and shoot it if it's at the mouth of the cave. Is that the mouth of the cave still?
Yeah.
Perfect. Alright, that's a nice 8.
Do you remember the cave does curve?
Alright, well I'll go right at the curve then. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Got a 2 pair, so that's nice. We got 2 8s and 2 2s. It's going to be 4d8 damage. So let me grab my d8 pile here. Yeah! That's 5, 11, 19 damage. And then let's see where it blasts. 10. Right in the good
That
old
should be
tenor,
good.
which is the gizzards.
Gizzards.
That's good, right? Right, guys? Gizzards good?
That should be good. Like if you can maim it in the gizzards, then it's dead. So
So that was 18 damage in the gizzards. I don't think I'm going to be able to do much else after that. So that's my turn. So Doc runs down, turns around, throws a card, and goes kind of like a little buzzsaw razor across his gizzards.
Okay, so
Rebecca,
recap what you did first.
Okay, so threw my magic card, kind of like flinged it around the corner, slashed his gizzards, did 18 damage. That's everything I got.
And the creatures seem to kind of mostly pull out of the way, so it kind of...
I shaved a little bit of its belly hair.
Yeah, pretty much. I used a card. I used a white card to reduce the wound by 1.
Okay.
Exposed his midriff.
Chip. White chip. I know they're chips.
I cut his white t-shirt and it shows his belly.
His belly button ring.
He's now using a midriff.
Pretty much. And then I roll for wind, right?
Yeah, you'll roll that d6. And then you have to do the shock test.
And the shock is vigor, right?
Correct, yes.
Yes. It also exposes his lower back tattoo that says princess. He didn't realize that it said princess because he doesn't speak English.
I don't remember what the check needs to be for the shock. Oh.
It's over your highest wound level. Wind is 3, light is 5, heavy is 7, serious is 9, critical is 11, maimed
Nick,
is
can you
13.
pull up the chart?
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
What he said.
Gonna be in the driver's seat. There we go.
If Papa's gonna drive stick shift, he's gotta kick the clutch and move on.
You can tell I know everything about car.
Okay, I rolled a 9 and...
Wait, you said for wind, right?
Yeah. No. For the
There's no cars
shock
here.
check.
That's what you do with the horse, though. You hit him in the stick shift on the bottom. Serious
And so
is
the
9.
levels are just the number of...
That's the TN. You have to beat that
You have to beat for the vigor
when
check.
you roll on your vigor.
Yeah, so like say I have...
It's
Nick,
just the
I have a
just the
level-
highest.
Oh, there we go. Penalty. No?
Yeah, so whatever your highest
shots.
wound value is, like anywhere, that's what you
Minus
check.
3.
Oh, what? He's winded? Oh. That's his...
Oh.
No, my highest wound level is a 3.
Oh.
Okay, so that's serious. So it would be a TN 9 is what you're trying to beat.
Yes.
Okay,
And since
I
you
made it.
since
I
you
met
have
it.
that, you have the modifier as well of the -3 in this in this check.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. Then in that case, I didn't. And it's not you add, it's the highest. So okay.
Yes!
Oh, yeah, here we go.
Praise the sun! So does that mean he's stunned?
Yeah,
You
if
said you made
a
it.
creature does not pass, he is stunned, and that means that he will not perform his action that he was going to. The most that they can do is try and do this check again and try and beat it.
Dude, this might be it. This could be the big break. Now, you could use chips to maybe increase if you really wanted to.
How does that work again?
So, you can use a white chip to add a dice like you would like if you had multiple levels in an aptitude to see if you could get like the max number to max it, you know? And then the red one's like lets you add a dice like it was an ace.
Mm-hmm.
And
And
then
then a blue
Gotcha.
one
Same.
is
right?
automatically you get the highest, I think.
Oh, I think no. So blue chips are just like red chips, but they don't have any negative effects for us. So the red ones, the marshal gets a token after we use it, but the blue ones, the marshal doesn't get one.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so that was the king. Any other kings? Queen. I've got 2.
You have 2 of them?
Yeah. Which one am I supposed to use first? Club or heart?
If you have 2 of them
Just
and
go
nobody
twice.
else does,
Does
it
anyone
doesn't
else
matter.
have queens?
Your purpose
No,
of doing
no, it
this
does not matter.
conversation now is just
It
to
matters
brag.
to me, okay?
Hey, does anyone
Well, it matters to
got
no one. I'm sorry.
Okay, I'm
Well,
gonna
this is
try that.
this is the Queen of Hearts' turn, and this is the Queen of Clubs' turn.
You know what? Be quiet.
That's okay. You're gonna murder us, so it's all good.
Not me.
I'm gonna go ahead and use a red card.
She
Add.
she teleports. She teleports to you, Drewseph. Eats your face and then teleports back.
Good thing I'm adding. You're not using you anymore. You're done.
Oof, I like that dice. Keep using that one.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Yes!
Failed again.
Deliver
so
us.
next queen's turn. I'm gonna use the red again.
Please save us from this wolf. He's gonna eat our butts. Deliver us. That's
Maybe
music
I'll
with
do
Tyler.
There's a crib you promised us. Deliver us.
Are we gonna be a snack? Oh, man. If it fails both of these queens, I'll be like so pumped.
Okay,
just-
that passes.
Bonus
That very
Patreon
much
content.
passes.
We take turns singing our own versions of lyrics of different songs.
No, this
Okay,
was just
that-
literally, I felt like I was delivered from death at that
Definitely
moment.
passes.
Tyler just
Okay.
walks by now that it's
So wait, nothing happened from
stunned.
that?
I passed the second time because you can't do anything until you pass
Correct.
it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
So it just
Yeah,
blew
okay.
two
So I passed it the second
turns.
I thought you were talking about passing.
So that's two
So
more.
it's stunned. It's stunned, and it kind of gives itself a shake, and it doesn't quite shake it off. And then the second time, it gives itself.
What does it sound
better
like when it
shake.
shakes itself?
Gives like a growl, more like a growling.
I wanna hear this.
we want a demonstration.
No, heck no.
What wrong, Shaggy?
No.
Velma?
Next,
Next is Jack.
Jack. I have a Jack of Spades.
Okay.
Aaron has a serious head wound, which I believe that gives him a -3 modifier to just his rolls in general, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's brutal.
Yeah. So, but he's going to try to shoot again.
He's gonna have to go in the cave.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Well,
But no, it's
it's
outside.
at
the
the
cave.
mouth of the cave, unless it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't move.
No, because yeah.
So, and I believe Aaron is. I recall Aaron is. Okay, yeah.
You're still outside.
He's still outside, so he's
But
gonna
I thought
position.
I thought you were winded at the end of the last one. Like you had collapsed.
Almost.
I think he used the chip.
I used the chip to negate some of that. So I wasn't quite winded yet. I have 2 left until I actually do get winded. And I do believe that I think that at the amount of at serious wounds, I do lose 1 wind per round. So at minimum, I have 2 rounds left before I'm out of it. And so I want to at maximum, I have 2 rounds left before I'm out of it. So I want to do the best. I feel like I can use some chips here to get some damage, even with the modifier, the -3. All right. How many white chips do I have? I have 5 white chips, and there is a limitation to how many white chips. I know there's a limitation to how many white chips you can spend. If when using a trade or aptitude roll, cannot spend any more white chips once they've spent a red, blue, or legend chip. But it doesn't say. It doesn't say that that doesn't seem to be a limit to how many white chips I can put on something.
When used on a trade.
It just means I can't combine them with
Once
too many
you
other
use
chips.
a red or blue, you're done.
It says when used on a trade or aptitude roll, the player cannot spend any more white chips once he has spent a red, blue,
So if
or
I had
legend
spent
chip.
another type of chip before, I can't spend another white chip after that.
But you could use 3
That's
white
true.
chips.
You could
in a
use
round.
white
It would
chips.
just increase your pool.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm all about especially the trade or aptitude. That doesn't help with damage, does it? Never mind.
Well, it helps you
Um,
get the ace, which would help you hit.
True. Okay.
And the more
So I'm
raises
going
you get, you
to.
can target certain areas, which would be nice.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 1 white chip to add to my shoot roll.
little.
Fine, I'll spend 2 white chips.
A big spender.
Hey!
Okay, and so again, this is for shooting.
Shooting or two?
Here we go.
How old are you?
I'm 27.
So normally I would roll 4d8.
Are you sure about that?
Normally I would roll 4d8, but with the 2 white chips I get to roll 6d8. Okay, I didn't get any aces, unfortunately. But the highest that I got was 7, minus 3, which is 4.
Which is a mess.
You don't hit.
It's a TN5, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It is a TN5, yeah.
Especially since we haven't added any of the super special modifiers for shooting.
For some reason I thought...
Oh, I got it.
For some reason I thought it was like a
I was
TN4 or
blind.
whatever. I guess I was mistaken. Frick. Well,
Good try.
There's not much I can do about that. And I gain 1 wind. So the amount of wind I have is 17, and my limit is 18.
So is it wind per action or wind per round?
Wind per round.
A round
I
is
should add-
when it gets to 2, Nick.
My
No.
apologies. You're right. I don't gain the wind yet. But,
I would
Essentially
hate
what
for you
happened-
to outwind yourself faster than you need to.
oh, we would hate that, wouldn't you? I doubt that, but whatever. So basically what happened with Aaron is that he shot with his rifle, but he missed. He has 1 shot left before he has to reload.
Oh, man.
Goodness.
Oh,
Which kind of
man.
works out anyway.
This last shot is the one that's going to do it.
Okay, we've got 10.
Okay, let me see what I got here.
No 10s here.
9. Oh, look, I have a 9.
Of course you do.
Of course I have a 9.
Hold on, how many like face cards that you used already? Ooh, nice. There's
I've
one.
got to be running
There's
out.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can I cash in all of my
6, 7,
chips to get
8,
rid of
9.
all wounds right now?
She's used 9. I don't think fate chips can't be used for healing, can it? It's just like negating her damage.
You can use white chips for healing 1 wound.
Yeah, but don't you... I think it's the same thing that you have to use it, like, on the turn that you get hit. I'm pretty sure that's
That was
the
my
way
understanding. I thought it was that you had to basically like use them to negate wind and wound as they happened.
Precisely.
Oh, man.
Otherwise, it's not gritty enough.
Oh, it's too
Okay.
gritty.
Too
gritty.
I need some more D12s.
Why do you need 2 more D12s?
Because she's using them
I need
sweet
1 more D12.
chips. She's using
No.
she's using the devil's chips.
No, because my fighting and brawling is 60, 12 plus 4.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What is that?
I gave you all the dice you needed.
Nick, why have you
You
done
probably
this?
need like half of them.
That's a lot of D12.
Ooh, that's a 12.
It's a 12 and 11 and 11 and
Well, it's
8.
not cumulative.
Thank
It's
goodness. But
12 plus 5 plus 4 is 21.
ooh, who are you hitting, me or Aaron?
Yeah. Who's he hitting?
It's going for Doc.
He's going for me.
So that would be a success plus
Okay.
3, right?
Yes.
Now you roll for the hit location.
That would be a 7 plus or minus 3.
7 plus or minus 3.
It's either
So
gizzards
lower
or...
guts. So 7 is lower guts. If you add 3 to it, it's gizzards. If you
Well,
subtract
plus
3,
no, I get 7 plus 2 because I'm fighting.
Yeah, but you don't
so
have
then
to
that's
take
automatically
everything.
a 9.
well, 9 is lower guts.
Well, whatever. So 9, because I could do 9 plus 3, which would be an arm. Or I could do plus 10. I'm doing the 10, let's be real here.
Yeah, I was like, why is this even a thing we're talking about?
Going for the gizzards,
Okay,
guys.
so you add 1 dice to the weapon dice pool because it's had or gizzards.
Okay, and that's gonna be my strength, so that's 2d12 plus 1d6, so that's 3d12 plus 1d6.
I guess it would be.
1,
And Doc doesn't really have any armor. There's no dice. There's no dice pool reductions.
3.
It just does a -2, but that's it.
5 plus 4 is 9, 7 plus 9 is 26.
26.
Divided by 6,
Six
that
is gonna be
is
4.
4.
4 wounds.
Oh,
And the gizzard.
In the gizzards.
in them gizzards.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna use all 3 of my white chips to negate 3 of those. So that's gonna be 1 wound in the gizzard. So I'm gonna be at 4, probably 4 now in the guts.
Well, if it's critical... Okay, never mind. Yeah. So you lose 2 wind per round. Okay, so 4 is critical. If you took 1 more to the gizzard, that means you'd be maimed, which is dead.
Yes.
If it's gizzard, so.
Well, I did all I could, boys.
In recap of that, so the creature comes up, takes a swipe at you with his claws, and nails you in the gizzards.
Not even that good good old abdomen right there.
And you managed to kind of pull away, so it wasn't quite as bad as it could have been, but it's definitely not looking good.
It's not good, guys. It's definitely
Okay,
not good.
so that would be 9. So now we have 8.
I got 7.
Rebecca has an 8.
She does.
Oh no!
All right, I'm dead
no.
then. I don't know how
Well,
he just gets so
Are you gonna roll or what?
You gotta do it, yeah. I could still live. It just if it doesn't hit me in the guts, I should live.
Rolling,
But
so
the chance of that,
12,
not
1,
good.
2, 3.
It's difficult because the guts are so many locations. It's
So that's a 12.
Yeah, because I've been hit like multiple times in like the upper and lower guts, and
20.
Plus 8. So that's 20 plus 4 is 24.
that's the hit.
So that hits. And then
Yeah.
I got 3 ranks above.
What did you hit though? That's where it depends.
Working on it. I got roll dice at a time. I rolled an 11.
Well,
So
that's I'm
that's
dead then.
arms
13.
plus 2
Because she
But I
can go,
can
she can go plus or
subtract
minus
3.
whatever.
arms.
So 13 is arms.
But then I can subtract 3 and make it the gizzards again.
So I'm gonna just die.
Well, you never know. I could totally flop my roll.
No, I honestly.
He has
well,
no
if-
chips.
I have-
you
I-
roll
well-
1, he's dead.
Yeah, if you roll just one
The
wound.
thing is though, she has to subtract 3 from the strength roll that she does as part of her damage, because that's part of the rules of
I'm just
wound
dead though.
modifiers.
The thing is like
I don't think it'll be enough,
Eight.
but
it did like
An
24
8,
damage, which
an
was like
8.
3 wounds. So
It's
I'm like, it
24.
won't matter. I just need one more wound and then I'm
24
in
divided
critical.
by
So
6 is 4. 4 wounds to the gizzard.
yeah, so I just die. There's nothing
If
I
I
can
had rolled
do.
all ones, you would have been fine.
What was that?
Because if she had
If I
rolled
rolled all
all ones, then
ones,
she would have had to.
you
she
would
have
have been
subtracted
fine.
3 from that because of wound penalty.
And 1 divided by 6 is 0. If I had rolled all ones, you would have been fine.
Oh, but the
true.
chances of that very slim.
Or if I had rolled like all 2, like if I had rolled like nothing higher than a 3.
oof, oof, oof.
But anyway,
Well, describe. Well, that's the kill hit. Describe how it happened. I guess.
Yeah, you have to
Okay,
go into this
so-
nitty grittiness.
the chupacabra is still going after you like a dog after a bone, and it, especially after you tried to swipe one of his kids and killed its mate, and it goes in and it swipes you and it manages to get you like the exact same way it did before, but you are worn out enough now that you aren't able to pull away, and it just claws through your gizzards.
Eek. Yucky.
Oof.
And it just oh
And you are done.
yeah, I died.
Dead.
That's like the
Don't
one
erase
place.
your character sheet just yet.
Well, I might as well just rip this thing up like Nick.
No.
That was so funny though when you did last time.
Okay,
Oh my god.
so I think you're the only one with cards left who's alive.
And
Is Nick just gonna continue going in there and shooting it?
Aaron is not. He is. So I gave him like the greedy like thing, and like he just like. I'm kind of like inserting a little bit of determination into that as well, just like stubbornness, especially since his stubbornness came to the forefront with like the argument he had with Drewseph earlier, and the fact that Drewseph abandoned this place just made him all the more determined to just like, you know what, I can nail this thing, I can shoot this thing down, and I can win the day without that un-American prick.
We're gonna have 2 dead characters. I'm gonna be the only.
He probably
not-
will be.
I'll be the only undead that is
So I have a
technically
3 of
not
hearts
dead.
that I have 3 of hearts here. Aaron's going to use that to shoot his last shot.
Wait, whoa! Did Rebecca not have anything else?
No,
That was
I
the
don't
last
think
You
card.
had
so.
4 cards.
She used all of them.
She had the 2 queens, the 9, and the 8, and that was it.
Yeah.
That's true. Jeez. And then you also have to reload after this. Goodness.
Yeah, but luckily it should take a turn for the monster to come run at you, so that's kind of a plus. Kind of. Nick, you just need to roll real good this time.
I didn't.
Nick.
Did you use any chips?
I just tanked this mother for you.
I tried to believe in the heart of the dice, and they want me dead. They want Aaron dead.
Whoa.
I rolled a
Dice have
4,
no
a 1, a 5, and a 3. The best roll I got was a 5. 5 minus 3 is 2. Which means that once again, Aaron takes out his rifle, shoots, a big kablam rings out through the valley, or through the desert hilly area.
Through the cave.
And especially, reverberating through the cave. And nothing else happens because he misses. And now his rifle is empty, and one wind is added to him because it's the end of the round, I believe. He reckons if he can somehow survive for a few more moments, he could reload and get to a safe place and try, if at all possible. He is going to use his movement to travel as far as he can away, but still be able to keep an eye on it, or as well as the cave entrance, so that he can have the time to reload for the next round of bullets.
Gosh.
At this point, you hear a horse, and over the fire barrier that's starting to die out, left behind
It's Drewseph!
By
yours
Drewseph.
truly, comes a familiar face. The range hand, Ed Allen,
Oh, we're
Gonna let
dead.
us out here?
We're so dead.
comes in, takes aim at the chupacabra,
At Aaron. Puts him out of his
Fire the whole
misery.
time.
and nails it.
Without any rolls?
I will roll for it.
I mean, if
Yes, it's called.
He actually-
It's called Deus Ex Machina.
He has a-
I mean,
he has
come
a
on,
10
you want that-
D6.
I'm happy
That's the
with that. I'm
game.
just surprised. I'm not dismayed or anything. I'm just.
Is Alan gonna shave
like-
us?
And another rider's accompanying him as well, and they both shoot at the thing.
Is it
and-
Sheriff? Is it Sheriff's? Sheriff?
Is Sheriff Pants?
Beck? Sheriff
Sheriff
Beck?
Beck?
Is she gonna shave
Yep,
our
Sheriff
tour?
Beck, Deputy Cole, and
Oh, Deputy!
Ed Allen all come in and shoot
Deputy
shoot
Cole
the thing,
too!
and between the three of them, they're able to give it that little extra edge to finish it off.
Oh,
They all just surround it, shooting it.
dude, Deputy.
Shooting fish in a
Deputy's
barrel.
the one that kills it.
It's definitely,
It's
Deputy Cole.
Deputy Cole.
Yep. We'll go with that. I mean, I can roll for it if you want, but seriously,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
thing
yeah,
is
yeah.
one good shot away from. I mean, it was pretty close.
Dang it, I was so close. No! Aaron, if you had shot it once, just even once, I'd probably be alive.
I know.
Hey Tyler,
That's what a
can,
night-
Chips.
can you text me?
That's what a nice person says. You guys were really close when you were miles away. Rebecca's just nice. That's all it is.
No, really.
We weren't close
had,
at all.
It had 2 to gizzards.
Oh. I had 3 in the gizzards when that first attack came along. I was like, nope, I'm dead.
Tyler, can you text me though?
Oh, yes.
I guess Drewseph would have seen them coming by too. They probably crossed paths.
I'll
And
ride
they
back
brought-
with them. I'll ride back with them saying, "Perfect, it's you. I've been looking for you. I was on my way back in order to get reinforcements to come back and vanquish these terrible foes. As you can see, I'm back." I spit up a bunch of blood as I'm saying this. I've been hit, and I'm back, trying to assist my companions. I do believe they sent me. They with their actions, they sent me back in
Aaron
order
can
to
hear
get
all this, right?
reinforcements.
Doc should be along in a bit.
If Aaron's hearing all these excuses from Drewseph, he just kind of glares at Drewseph and just
If it truly is wonderful that we were able to teamwork this out, and I was able to get the assistance of
You
dear Edward
lying
and
snake
Sheriff
of a
Cole,
Benedict Arnold.
Sheriff Beck and
Shut
Deputy
up.
Cole.
No. You turned tail and ran.
in order to get reinforcements.
No, you ran, you were running like every man for himself and all that.
Do you have any evidence of this? I have brought the cavalry with me, and if it were not for them, you, sir, would be missing in action.
He turns over to the sheriff. Aaron turns over to the sheriff. Did he call for you, or did you come of your own accord?
Well, I mean, we passed him on our way in.
As I was riding back to get you, yes.
Ed's the one who told us to come out.
Aaron turns back to Drewseph and does the like I'm watching you signs with his fingers.
Crying out loud, freaking spell check.
I could not agree more, Sheriff. If we had not communicated and returned our dear... Oh, Aaron, we love you so much, and we are truly beside ourselves in pain that you are so pained.
Wasn't there another one of you?
Aaron points to the dead body of Doc.
I light my lantern and walk into the cave.
Son of a gun.
Aaron wants to kick Drewseph in the shins. Alright?
And start crying.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe he did that. You see Doc shirtless with his his shirt torch that he made.
Doc. We were too late. My dear Doc. Oh. Somebody get the priest.
This is where you draw a line for using your gosh darn lantern. But then after that little outburst, Aaron takes his hat off and said, "But really though,
let us not quarrel over the body of a hero. He sacrificed himself for this evil to be prevented. His name shall go on the placard as hero of this town." Dear Doc Thornton.
You two should finish your argument now about that thing.
apparently I won the argument because he's in here using his lantern for the party. So I got nothing else to argue about.
Why shall we quabble over such crass details of a story years prior, with the emotional toll that has been taken on us by you witnessing the death of a companion and not stepping in? It is truly unfortunate that you, dear Aaron, did not step in and do more to protect your companion, but...
I shot as many shots as I could. None of this gaslight. No, I ain't tried to empty a whole round on that thing. Did everything I could.
I know not the phrase gaslighting. All I know is the light which is using the gas on my lantern, and truly it is a shame. Let us not quabble anymore. Let bygones be bygones. Bury the hatchet and move forward. We need to carry this hero back. Dear Edward and Doc, would you mind with the body? Deputy Cole as well, if you wouldn't mind hefting it onto the horse. You may use mine.
Aaron helps bring Doc's body onto the horse.
Tyler, you're not allowed to give any of that away.
Gotcha.
Please be careful not to get too much... Well, he is a hero. I'm sure that we can find a way to clean the saddle and the creature when we are home.
Yeah, here. Deputy Cole, let me give you a hand. And that's Ed Allen, who go in, get the body, bring it out. And they're like, well, we can shack up at the ranch tonight and then head back into town in the morning.
I apologize. Why are we going back to the ranch?
Back to the ranch to spend the night, since we won't make it back to town before it gets dark.
Ah, indeed. Most reasonable at all.
And puts his hat back on and starts walking back. And also he starts loading up his rifle just in case bring you something on the way back to the ranch.
Truly a Boy Scout, are we not? Be prepared.
Okay, so
I pull out a handkerchief and I hand it to Aaron and say, Now, dry your tears and chin up. We must go forward.
I'm doing fine, thanks. I don't need your gosh dang handkerchief.
Wet and watery are the eyes of the victims here today. Not those who have passed, but those who stood by the way.
I ain't inclined to keep arguing with you. I'm putting up with more of your yap at the moment, sir. And he kind of walks a little ahead, away from Drewseph.
Sheriff, if you don't mind me saying, I believe that this could be the resolution that we are looking for. We at least believe that this, with strong confidence, we believe that this was the creature that took out our dear Thomas. And we hope... it's difficult to say that we hope this, but we do hope that this was the creature that was causing all the other disappearances, because if it was, then the case is solved, and we can hopefully sleep better at night, knowing that we have done a small part to make this part of the world a little safer.
well, I mean, let's get. I vote we get back. Who knows what else is out here?
I couldn't agree more.
If no one else has anything else they want to do, y'all head back to the ranch.
I do suggest before we depart from this grave site that truly has become a grave site, I suggest that we perhaps get rid of the pups as well. I mean, we've all read the stories in the penny pulp fictions that suggest that when you kill the parents of a creature, you have created a supervillain. And as coarse as it is, Edward, you are somebody who works on a ranch. You know, you are familiar with that.
Right. We should get to that. The doctor has also showed up by now. He can help you with your.
Much
yes,
appreciated.
it appears my guts
I would
have
like
been
to try to keep.
scratched.
Tomorrow, I'd like
My
to.
guts are shredded.
After we give our doc a proper burial tomorrow, I'd like to go back to that cave and finish.
Well, you guys are
finish
still
the
at
job.
the cave right now, and so
I
I
thought
guess
we were all walking back to the ranch.
We were walking out of the cave and
I'd
kind
asked
of
if you were doing anything
conversing
else
at the
before
mouth.
leaving, and then he brought up the getting rid of the pups.
Oh, I thought we were on our way to. Okay.
Sorry for the confusion there. So you guys can. Oh gosh. You all can roll animal wrangling to see what you're able to get.
As a gentleman of the Queen, I do suggest that Aaron get treated for his wounds first because, well, as we know, head trauma can scramble a memory and mush the brain. So why don't we work on him first, Dr. Savage, if you don't mind, and
Yeah,
I
so
shall patiently wait my turn in line.
the doctor will help you
We'll
first.
see you now.
Okay. And so after the initial adrenaline of all
Dr.
that
Savage.
fight, after the initial adrenaline of that fight, you can tell it's starting. The wounds are starting to get to Aaron, and Aaron said, "I'm alive. I'm relatively well, and I'd appreciate if the good horseshoe over here could make sure that patch up my head right quick, and then my good old cactus here will feel much better." And like he's mixing up his words. He's mixing up his
Okay,
words a little bit.
stop talking. No, look, and then he patches you up. Let's see. Did I ever say how many pups
Healing.
there were?
Mhm.
I don't recall if you
I
did.
don't think so.
Anyway, healing wounds can make a check on someone else up to an hour after the wound. General medicine can only help light and heavy wounds.
Well, whatever the baby's version of this creature is
Yeah,
called.
brain. Sure.
Must roll for each. Oh, hold on, let me see here.
Considering that it is Dr. Savage, I would
This is
assume that he
serious.
has more advanced medical training to be able to heal heavy and serious wounds.
So yeah, so the head trauma is serious right now. So I guess it would be up to you how you want to handle that. Because I think this.
Only sawbones with medicine surgery can heal more severe wounds.
Yeah, he's a medical professional. I would say that. I mean, I'll have to make up stats.
What would
though.
you like? What would you like to do? Just come up with something you think is fair for the
I think
facility.
he's like probably a 12d12 in medicine.
Yeah.
I mean, conservatively, this guy is Dr. Savage, and as Drewseph pointed out, his, name is known wide and far. Probably pretty
And he's doing
good.
charity work in this town. I'm so dead. I'm watching you guys from heaven.
Oh, hell.
Or probably more there.
It's toasted down here.
So I would say that you're probably able. I mean, where were you wounded?
Head.
And what was your wound level?
So 3, which is serious.
He's able to get it down to
1 would be light and 2 would be heavy.
a light. I would say he's able to get it down to a light wound.
Wow.
Okay.
Alright then.
Because it does say that for every success, if the roll is successful, it reduces the area's wound by 1 level.
So let's say he has, we'll say 60. Here, I'll roll for it. How about that?
Do it.
We'll say 60, 12 in healing.
Yes, come on.
Oh, come on. One time. Okay, apparently you only get to reduce it by 1.
Well, you roll for each separate wound.
Oh,
okay.
that's good then.
So, yeah,
That's
there
a
we go.
12. 14.
You got a 9 on one and a 14 on another.
Yes.
And the TN for healing for serious wounds is 9. So it sounds like you succeeded both times.
Yeah, so he's able to
Down to
get you down
light
to light
head
wound.
wounds. That's great.
What about me?
Hey there.
What was your worst?
I
What
had-
were your troubled?
Well, Doctor, as a child, I was abused, neglected.
Gosh.
Oh, not that. You're talking about the physical
Not the
wounds.
mental scars I have.
Not the mental scars that I have. I do have a serious wound to the abdomen or guts. And that's a 3 there. So.
He's able to get you to a point where you're at like a light, also a light wound.
I feel right as rain.
Okay, so if y'all want to do animal wrangling to see what you're able to get of the little monsters.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll go for that.
Alright,
I am not trained in that, so I roll 1d12 in it.
Not trained in that. I will roll 1d4.
I got 9 minus 4 is 5. Oh, minus 1 because I am light wounded would make it 4 total.
You said, because I got this Joker thing here, you said that animals seem to really like Aaron for some reason. Like, there's some inexplicable reason why animals seem to really take to him.
Animals, not necessarily monsters, but I will let
You
you.
said animal wrangling. I wasn't sure how much you were going to apply this. So up to
Come
you.
here, I just want to kill you.
Come
I'll let
here.
you bump it up
I'm gonna
to
strangle you.
6 if you want. For this.
Did Nick roll a 1?
On the D6, I rolled a 1.
Did you
Yeah.
bust, boy? Oh,
You
no.
went bust.
You keep your D4 roll, so you're not a buzz, but whatever. Anyway, okay, yeah, you guys you struggle. You struggle getting them.
What about Eddie?
Between the others, they're able to get 3. They find 3 of the little monsters and end them.
So, I don't imagine, Aaron's thinking, we didn't, see much more than that, right? Like, you imagine
Yeah.
about, 2 or 3 to begin with.
No, these guys take a day to grow, so that, if you miss one, then you're going to have the dad after you again, basically.
Great.
Well, you got 3 of them, so...
Excellent.
Alright, so you go back to the ranch.
We go back to the ranch, I guess, yeah.
Okay, and they'll let you shack up in the ranch hand building.
That's mighty nice.
Did we get any supper?
Yeah, let's see.
And
what
since
was
we
the
traveled
ranch?
back, I imagine all the wind that we had pretty much gets healed. Because you get wind back normally at a rate of 1 per minute. So, within 17, 18 minutes.
Yeah, Emma Blakely invites y'all, or feeds y'all a hearty supper.
Yeah.
The sheriff and deputy are like, after they eat, they're like, okay, well, we'll see y'all in the morning. We're gonna turn in now. Come on, Deputy Cole.
So the burial is happening. So the burial is happening the next day.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, by the time you get there, it's pretty late. So.
Yeah. Okay. There's something about yelling at a deputy or whatever.
She's like, "Come on, Deputy Cole, to bed with you. You know what happens when you stay up too late."
8 o'clock at night.
No caffeine past 8 p.m. for him.
No candy. None of them root beer barrels.
No caramel squares for you.
Please?
No.
So they turn in. The ranch hand turns in. I mean, the family turns in. So I guess whatever you two do.
Well, Ern, it
Turning
seems
in.
that it has been quite the... Well, Aaron, it seems like...
What's
You
wrong
okay?
with you, boy?
I'm sorry, this is just too funny. I have left you for dead and come back.
Yeah.
I realize that. Drewseph knows that. You know that, but Drewseph isn't admitting to it. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to have the wherewithal to participate in this conversation, but it's very difficult for me. Okay, here we go. Third time. When
You're killing me.
Just is gone. Like, I'm gone.
Is this simulating? Is this indicative of Drewseph's difficulty to?
No, this is not Drewseph.
Okay.
at
This is
all.
the
This
guiltiness
Spencer being
eating
all-
inside
this is
of
Spencer
him.
being
Okay,
a
I wasn't
goober.
sure.
He's
Okay.
having problems role playing this. Get in the mind of Drewseph. Become
Okay.
Drewseph.
Well, Ern, it seems that we have had quite the lively day. I'm not sure that... I feel that we perhaps should discuss the events of the day and our findings and our conclusions that we have reached perhaps separately, but we should be united front as we attempt to calm the city, put on a strong face as the heroes of the town. Do you not agree?
Yeah. And tell me if you disagree with any of the following statements, Drewseph. We approached the cave. We
Yes.
attacked him. Doc died. You left. I almost died. We were rescued.
Okay, I would change the course of events
No, that's
and
all-
a
that's
couple
all
of
that
things. So
happened. All those
I do
things
disagree
happened,
with a
right?
couple of statements that you made. First,
All
we did
those
arrive to the
statements
cave.
are
I
factual.
agree. I agree that we arrived to the cave. Very true. Doc did not die immediately. In fact, Doc went into the
I never
cave
said he died immediately. I
attempting
said-
and quite brashly, without any support, went into the cave
I ain't gonna add all
brazenly.
that.
And
We came, we saw, we got conquered, and then we conquered them. That's pretty much all that happened. And also, you left before we conquered them. Like, you know, that's an important bit right there. You, even, like, you say you were calling reinforcements. What the ever-living Tef was with that wall of fire there? You didn't want us chasing you down, all right? If you were just going for reinforcements, well, that wall of fire there wouldn't have been necessary. All
well,
right?
that wall of fire, I do see
You
what you're
didn't want
saying,
us
and the
to
confusion
chase
that
you
could
down,
derive from
alright?
a firewall.
No.
Yes,
You
yes,
ain't
yes,
talking
yes.
yourself out of this one, all right?
No.
I know the truth.
completely
You
agree.
know the
I
truth.
feel that there is a
And
misconception and
higher
confusion.
powers know the truth. And if you're willing to lie to my face and to the face of higher powers, because the sky's right up there, that's their face right there. If you're willing to lie to all them faces there, then that's on you. If you're able to sleep at night, then golly gosh gee, I pity you. Not really. I don't pity you. You know what? But I think we're agreed on what happened, right?
I
We
think
saw
that
the
we do
beasts,
have a different perception
we
of
fought
the
them.
sequence of events. Yes,
No.
you
We
insist
can't- no,
that
hold
we
on, hold on.
arrived
One step
and
at a
Doc
time.
immediately died,
Drewseph,
and that is not the
one
case.
step at a
Doc,
time, all right?
you are doing defamation to his
listen
character
me.
and
We're
abusing
gonna
his
take this
memory by
one
saying
step
that
at
Doc
a
did
time,
not participate
okay?
at
No.
all, and it was
You're-
only
you're
you
not
that was
listening
doing
to
the
me,
fighting,
all right?
and that is
If
not the
you
case
would-
at all. In fact, Doc went in there
It's-
brazenly
you're
and
saying
bravely,
too many words.
but I
I
must
can't
add,
comprehend your
foolishly
fast
and
talking.
without support, into the cave, into the mouth of the cave, and into the belly of the beast, and came out pursued
Are you done
by
yet?
a creature that hell herself
Look,
hath
finish right
rejected. That was a disturbing chupacabra that we fought.
No.
And then I was able to discover the other one as it attacked and assaulted me.
That's fine, but we
I
would have
sacrificed
discovered
my
it
own
anyway,
body and put my
even
neck
if
on
you
the line
hadn't
and
discovered
put
it.
my
You're giving
guts
yourself
out
too much
there.
credit.
This
You're giving
audio is
yourself
just
credit at all.
great.
That's the problem. You're giving yourself credit at all right? No. Step 1, we tracked him. Step 2, we found the cave. Step 3, we approached the cave and the beast was inside. No, shut up. Listen to me, okay? Step 3, we approached the beast inside. All right, whether we went inside the cave or whatever. No. So, no objections here. These are all factual. These are all statements that are all true. You can't refute.
Well, yes, I
hard,
can actually. I am quite capable of refuting them, and I will do
Yes,
my
you're
argument
wrong.
in response to yours if you do not interrupt me.
You're interrupting me.
Debatable
first.
again.
No. There ain't no debate. I could debate all day long on whether or not this is a debate or whatever.
You should lower your voice, though. I do feel that you might wake the family.
I was just in step 3, right? With step 3, we what was I saying? Step 3, we approached the creatures. Step 4, we started fighting. At least Doc and I started fighting. You helped a little bit. Step 5, you left with a fire behind you. All right, like a freaking coward on the horse. Step 6, Doc died. Step 7, I almost died. Step 8, reinforcements came. Step 9, you came. You decided that it was convenient for you to come at that time as well. All of those happened.
So here's the thing: the verbiage that you're using insinuates quite a large degree of opinion in there. First, you use the term "we," as in we tracked them, and that is actually inaccurate. I was the one who was tracking them. I was the one who discovered the tracks. I was capable of pursuing the tracks. I was the one that actually helped the group participate in following the beast.
Doesn't make much of a difference.
You're interrupting me, sir. Thank you. Step 2, I do agree, we did arrive at the mouth of the cave. That was a group effort, you were right. Step 3, though, I refute because you say we entered the cave, and in fact it was just Doc.
No, I said we approached the monsters. I didn't say we entered the cave.
Technically the monsters approached us, except for in the case of Doc, who approached the monster. Singular.
Yeah.
But the father monster approached me. We did not approach that monster. These are technicalities, and if you're going to say that these are factual statements, we need to actually get the facts straight. You say that we participated in a fight against the creatures. I do agree with that. Step 4 and Step 5 is accurate as well as Step 6 and 7, where Doc perished and I left. But I do refute the fact that you said that it was cowardly, because how cowardly was it when George Washington, your Lord and Savior, went back for reinforcements in New York to fight against my people?
George Washington.
No, how dare you?
You be quiet right now.
That.
You dare invoke the name of George Washington in this house?
In fact, I am recognizing the great American hero as he was, who did not cowardly pursue reinforcements, courageously pursued reinforcements, and that's exactly what I did. I put my own life on the line. I could have died. There could have been more creatures out there that you did not know of, but I was out there sacrificing my body in order to gain the reinforcements, and it just so happened that in the course of pursuing them, that they met me halfway
with the rifle.
It just so happened, it was purely coincidental and serendipitous that I met them halfway on my return to the town in order to call them with me. And it was purely luck that we came back when we did, because it appears that had we not, you would have been quite the tasty little meal for him. A morsel of meat that he would have chewed up and served to his pups. Had it not been for the arrival of us, and yet the fire, I understand the confusion there. I get it.
Yeah,
what was the fire? Yes, okay, if you give me one moment, right? I will explain the fire.
Explain it right now.
Explain it now? Okay, if you do not interrupt me, I will explain the fire quite right. And the reason for the fire was in order to mark the path to return. Had there not been a marker like that and the smoke rising from there, how would we have known how to return and assist you? It was purely a marker. You know that what we travelled was a cattle trail.
Except for one problem.
You know that what we travelled was a cattle trail, and well trod at that. Had we not marked it, it would have been impossible for us to return. That smoke billowing provided us the resources necessary in order to return and save your toodles.
All right. So again, one problem with that. Who was the person you said was the one who tracked the creatures to the cave?
'Twas I. Was you, right? Guilty as charged.
Yes. So would you not have been able to use that exact same method to find the same location? You wouldn't need smoke. You got yourself there once. You could get yourself there again with our own tracks to help out too.
I am quite flattered that you assume that I am that talented of a tracker, but you know that I am simple city boy and unable to know the ins and outs of this beautiful wilderness that you call the West.
You're even above this fine manifest destiny promised land and all that. Speaking of
manifest destiny is your garbage statement from James Monroe, one of the heinous presidents that you have concocted out of this.
James who?
James Monroe.
I don't know. I have no idea who that is. I just know about George Washington. I just know about. I ain't been out into the sea of government ever in my life. But I just know about George Washington. I know about Jeffrey Thomason, and I know about Madison James. And
quite right. As I was saying, if you had a way of marking, you are quite the talented forager for gold, are you not? If you had the ability to mark where you had found gold, instead of just trying to remember, would you not do that? Would you not mark where you found it in order to be able to find it more easily the second time? 'Tis what I was doing. I was simply marking, so that way I wouldn't have to.
Listen.
I was already delirious and out of my right state of mind, because of the gushing wound that I had in my abdomen.
For the sake of this argument, I will accept that explanation. One final thing, though. You know what happened. You know what your intentions were. I know what happened. And he points to the sky. They know what happened. That's all I need.
I'm not going to say that. But anyway, jump back into character. Well, sir, I must say, I am incredibly impressed with the fact that you stayed with a companion like you did. And sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, I must commend you for your heroic act of bravery and sheer determination and willingness to stay behind in the face of such a grave threat, and you're kind enough soul to forgive me for your misconception, and I do apologize, and I hope that we can put this behind us and in the rearview mirror and continue forward with not only our companionship on the job, but our friendship as two brave men fighting this terrible disappearances in the city of total wreck. Do you want me to roll on that?
I think it's no.
You want me to roll after that 10-minute argument?
I think this is pure role playing right here.
Yep.
Fact.
It's just role playing. It's great.
So anyway, here's Aaron's response. Aaron's been staring at Drewseph, allowing Drewseph to say his piece at the end there, just kind of glaring at him with almost with a kind of like a wild or lazy eye, like a wild eye in one of them, and just kind of well, your flattering words are unexpected. But, thank you, and, I don't know if I can call you a friend. We are still together because we got a job to do. We are hired to see this through to the end. I'll probably argue with you some more, but not today. I think we both said our pieces. You say a lot of fancy words. I can't get past your fancy words. I can't. I ain't got nothing for all that. I'll commend you for that. And, good night.
Apology accepted. Fade to black.
And he just plops down on his bunk.
After he plumps down, I climb up to my top bunk and I whisper to myself, "Dear God, I need to get better at acting."
I need more aptitude points and performance.
Can I please roll some kind of like, not perception, what is it here? I guess it would be like would that be scrutinize?
Scrutinize would be to see the sincerity.
Yeah.
If you wanted to do...
Well, I mean, like, to just like to see that he... Maybe just like a general cognition, I suppose.
Search is usually the perception in this game. I mean,
so I guess it's more like... I'm trying to think of, like, which one of these would be good for, like, to see if he overheard that. I'm not 100% sure. I can just do a general cognition if you want.
Okay.
Okay. And if you know, it just... did you have the target number in mind?
Yes.
Okay. The highest I got was a 7.
Nope.
Okay. You didn't hear it.
Yes.
Okay, so y'all go to
Like,
bed?
he's already snoring, like... and, you know, some more of that.
Okay, and early in the morning,
We wake up.
y'all hear... Actually,
Oh.
you'll hear knocking on the door of the building you're in.
Now, like, Aaron is still, like half asleep. And he's
Like a persistent knocking. Like, knock, knock, knock. Wait.
What in the world is this banging that is going on? This blasted banging.
My lamp!
I swore there were no trees near our windows.
The longer you go, the louder and more insistent this knock gets. And soon enough, you kind of hear a faint voice calling out to be let in.
If
And
it
his
is
voice sounds very familiar.
So, hear me out. We don't know everything about those chupacabras. It could be a mimic.
The chupa what? Huh? What? He's rubbing his eyes at this point. Wait, there's someone at the door? Yeah, I'll get it. I got it.
Whoa.
Gets up.
Let us be careful. Can you...
Those beasts don't have a human voice. Aaron just like... Aaron ignores Drewseph's warning and opens the door.
Drewseph is covering himself with a blanket.
Aaron doesn't see this, but man, it'd be priceless if he did. Because he's looking at the door, and what does Aaron see? He's like, yeah, what is it?
And when you open the door, you see your dear friend Doc.
Well, how's he looking exactly?
Looking pretty good.
Sucks.
Like he looks normal?
Yeah.
Where's the...
I mean, you've heard of people dying coming back before. You've heard
but I
tales
mean,
of
like,
the harrowed.
Yeah, but also, Aaron is kind of a bit like he's barely waking up and everything from like a nightmare or something. He just kind of like stares at Doc and he says,
"And who is it?"
Well, first of all, he's kind of like after a moment of silence, like dumbfoundedness, he just kind of says, "Gosh, I need some water. I'm hallucinating again."
And Doc steps into the doorway, pushes Aaron out of the way, and says, "Where's that yellow-bellied bastard?"
Son of a...
And that's the end of the episode.
Yeah, that's a great place to stop.
Unnecessary Evil is the source for all things evil. Whether it's tips to write a better villain or tips on how to be a better villain. Part of the Necropodicon Network. Necropodicon. Hard to pronounce, easy to listen.
I'm having a marvelous day.
Dun, da, 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 da.